Good afternoon. A few technical issues there, but welcome back to One Marine and welcome back to our vlog number 3. Now we've done, how many vlogs so far? Two. So this is vlog 3. We're getting really good feedback and we're going to do more. So it's going to be similar this vlog to our previous ones, but we're going to give you a lowdown of what we're up to. We've had some pretty rubbish week this week, but you might notice we've got some new uniform today. So we've got some lovely new Henry Lloyd jackets, which are fully branded up. Obviously we do lots of different brands here at Torquay, so that's why they've got different brands on. So we're feeling very smart today, but we want to show you quickly what we've got on our sails pontoon. So you may already have seen the Fairline 33, which has got a hatch come up on the bow, which we're going to have to jump up and do, Nath. We're going to have to jump up on the bow and put our hatch down. I don't quite know if that's come up, but we've also got this Bavaria 36. Now, I'm starting to get a bit of an itch for a sailing boat. I really quite like the idea of it. So this is a 2002 Bavaria 36. We're going to get this out next week and do a proper sort of test sail, sailing for dummies. The dummy's going to be me, and we're going to go out on this Bavaria, and the owners are very kindly going to give her a sail for me. We're going to get some drone footage. But would you, that boat's 3 cabins, it's gone on the market, it's on our website, so go and have a look at the website. 3 cabin boat, it's got a brand spanking new, literally less than 1 hour on it, engine and sail drive, which has just been fitted. 3 cabins, and that's under £70,000. And now to me, that just seems fantastic value for money. So we're going to do a full video on it to give you an idea of what it's all about, and I'm going to actually have a go at sailing it. So I'm really looking forward to that. Nathan's jumped on there and put the hatch down. We've had a rubbish weather this morning here in Torquay, but it's brightened up now. So we're going to go round and do some videos and pictures of a rib. So come with us, we'll fast forward this little bit and we'll go down to the rib, which is a Brig. What have we got, Nathan? It's a Brig
650 Eagle.
Brig 650 Eagle, and we're going to jump down there and get some photos of that. So keep watching for a moment. So here's the Brig. It's a Brig 650. As you can see, I've not even really been on board yet, but I can tell it's in good condition just from walking up to it. The Brigs really are a clever design, really great layout. You've got a really sociable cockpit, high pylon tubes. You've even got these integrated steps on the back of the actual sponson. So if you're swimming or whatever, you're getting out of the water, that's really nice. I can spot a ski eye down there. You've got the pop-up cleats, and you've got this on Wingo. I like that name, Motor Yacht Wingo, Rib Wingo. You've got the radar arch there with your nav lights on. The boat was covered up, so it had a console cover on and a helm cover on. We've taken those off. Self-draining cockpit, and it feels premium. These Brigs, they do feel a premium boat, and in my opinion, Brig and Ribeye really do have the market pretty well covered. You've got the soft decking, the foam soft decking, some storage in there, and then forward of that you've got a separate locker for, I guess, for an anchor. You can see an anchor in there, and you've got hose. You could sit on there if you wanted to. I imagine there's probably a cushion that goes on there. Storage wise, you've also got an area underneath that seat there, which has got a lock on it to fasten that down. The helm seat also tilts back with a bit of storage, and then you've also got some storage under that back seat. I won't do it one-handed with the GoPro. Helm wise, you've got really nice setup. You've got the Garmin plotter, you've got a central located fully electronic Suzuki controls, hydraulic steering here, keel cord, all important keel cord down here. Start and stopping the Suzukis is all done on this button operated system, and then you've also got your switch gear here on the port side, DSC radio, Suzuki control. So we're actually going to take this off the Tetradock. So this boat comes with, the owner's actually getting out of boating, so it comes with part of the package. It's the Tetradock available as part of the negotiation process, but there is also a trailer included, an SPS trailer, which we don't have here at the Marina, but there will be some pictures of it on the listing on our website, so keep going and have a look at that. She's going on the market at $36,950. Take you around this other side to see if you can have a quick look, but let's get her off the berth and get some nice photos. Keep watching. So we've just taken the rib off the dock. Now it's quite an experience taking boats on and off these docks. They're really, really good, and we'll show you in a minute going back on there. We've got a bit of wind here though. He's going to try and blow me up there, so I better watch what I'm doing here. But really nice, easy control on this rib. So it's electronic control system, Suzuki, really easy to control. Steering's nice and light as well. So I'm just going to come over here. I'm just going to put some wheel onto the right. And what that's going to do is just kick me round. Obviously here with the wind and a rib, you're quite light, so you don't have a lot of time to mess around. You've got to sort of get on with it a little bit, because if you don't, you'll find that you do get moved down the fairway in places you don't want to go. So Nathan's just taken some photos. So join me and see if I can hold this camera whilst we put this boat on this dock. The wind's actually quite strong, probably a bit stronger than I realised, but let's just, we have to get the bow into the wind here, because if we don't, we're never going to control the bow. So let's just come back here, but let's get the bow round. So I've got hard left over here, inner stern, And I've got now, I'm going to bring the bow around. The wind's dropped in a second, it's a bit gusty, so hard to starboard now. And what that's doing is bringing my bow around, you can see here, into the wind. And it's really important just to remember what you're doing with that wind and just keep it on the bow. Whatever boat you're in, is use the elements, whether it's wind or tide. So here now I've got bow to wind or head into wind, and I'm absolutely fine. Nathan's over there taking some photos. Sun's out, it's fine, it's perfectly in control. As soon as you go side onto the wind, I can feel that wind now already trying to move the bow around. The dock's over there, I don't know if you can make that out, next to that Quicksilver. So what I'm going to do now is line up very slowly. I know the wind's going to try and push me that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim at the right-hand side of the dock, the starboard side of that dock. Just going to bring it in really slowly, and I'm trying to line the bow of the boat up with that roller. So I need to get forward a bit, because if I don't get forward, the wind's going to get me. The wind's going to get me. So coming in now, might ask for Nathan's assistance here. I don't want to obviously bash into this dock too hard, because it's still gel coat onto a relatively hard plastic surface. So Nathan might, so just a bit of throttle now. I'm just going to wheel her on, and they glide on really easily. So you've got to be careful you get on enough so that she doesn't roll back in again. We've done that before. So Nathan's up there with a bow line. He's just going to grab the bow line. I'm going to use a little bit of power now on the engine just to bring her on. Just pick up the revs just a little bit, just to slide her onto the pontoon. Watching for Nathan's instructions at the back. We took a note of where the boat was before we took it off on the dock. So a bit more, Nathan?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Okay, so we know that's probably it. So I'm going to put the engine neutral. I'm just going to let the engine just slow the revs down before I just shut her off. She's still cooling at the back there. I can check the cooling tail is still coming out, so she's still well in the water. Just let the engine cool down a second. Just where I've got you here, we've got the see the nav screen on there, and then you've got the Suzuki. I really like these Suzuki gauges. They're so easy to read, and then the radio's on. So yeah, have to look at our website. You'll see the photos that Nathan's taken. But yeah, gives you an idea of what it's like to put a rib on a dock. So we're going to turn the engine off now by pushing the start-stop button. Do that, and trim the drive up. So you can trim the engine right up on a rib, so get the engine right out of the water. And that's a lovely feature, just so you know all that expense is not sat in the water. It's twin rams, so they come up in 2 different speeds. First one's like the trim side of it, and then the second one is the higher speed rim. So yeah, we'll carry on taking our photos and come back in a minute. So covers back on quickly, and we're going to go now round to a boat which we haven't videoed before. We did have her on the market, well, we had her on the market before, we've got her back now, and she is it's incredible actually. It's a 1990 Fairline Corniche, and she is in superb condition. So join us, we're going to speed march down the Marina while the sun's still out, and we'll go and get some video of that one while we're there. Just arrived around at the Fairline. She's called Temptation. So this boat had a huge refit effectively in 2015. See here some different detailing. She's got the black detailing on the side here. She's got completely sort of updated interior, and it feels really nice. And the nice thing with these is they're such good quality. With this generation of Fairline, Princess, Sunseeker, they really were built to last. You've got stainless steel anchor on there, and the boat, it's in great condition. It shows very, very nicely. So I won't ruin it in this vlog video I should say, because you'll have to watch the full walkthrough video, which will also be on our channel. But just to give you a bit of an idea of what we're up to, so Nathan's just lifted up the door. It's got this recently teaked on the platform. I imagine it probably had a teak grating originally, but we've got a central door, decent covers at the back here as well, central door, so it's really easy to access. And once you're into this aft cockpit, it's windy, it's blowing around today, but once you're in this aft cockpit, it's a nice place to be. You can see it's really been updated, upholstery, everything has been done. So I'm gonna get the keys, I'm gonna open this door, and we're gonna go in and go and have a look. So good morning. We started this vlog yesterday. Unfortunately, we lost our GoPro battery in the afternoon. It ran out. So we're fast forwarding. You have to excuse us. We're fast forward to the next day, but we've got an exciting one for you now. So we've just got the engine started on this Fairline 33. We've been waiting all week for some half decent weather to get some photos using the drone of this boat. So we're going to go for it. It's a bit breezy, but we've got this new drone, which is very capable in this type of condition. So we're going to go up there, try and get a bit of shelter from the underneath the cliff, and just get some really nice photos and a bit of video of this Fairline. So let's go. We've got Captain Taylor with us this morning, who's just obviously doing his weather checks and passage plan, aren't you, Mark? Yeah, passage plan there. Yeah, perfect. Checking tides. Yeah, perfect. We've got Nathan in our new gear, which you saw yesterday on the opening to this vlog, which I'll have to say I've got the same on. It's very comfortable. So we've got engines running, shore power leads off, covers we're stuck in that trolley for a moment. What we'll do now is we'll single up on the lines. We're in a bit of a tight spot here, but we've brought Mark with us just so that I can do some talkie on the video, and Nathan can then do the drone. So yeah, stand by, we'll get untied and off we go. So we're just going out the berth now. Just going to push it, give us a bit of a push on this stern here. So this is an out-drive boat, but it has got joystick, but it's joystick and bow thruster. But you can see here it's pretty easy to manoeuvre. We'll come back into that sails berth in a minute. Cockpit of this boat is very, very smart. Mark's got the perfect music on here. He's got a bit of Top Gun. I think he feels like he's a bit of a pilot. But we're going to do a full walkthrough of this boat whilst we're out, but this is more about a vlog. So we're just coming out of Torquay now. You saw me do this the other week on another boat and I was skippering. Nathan's just on the bow there. He's just putting his fenders away, stuff like that. But it's surprising how easy this boat is actually to walk around. I have to say the cockpit is very, very nice indeed. Certainly looks the part. And we're just going to nip out, get some drone, and then we'll be back in. So we're going out to Marina now. See, you've got the fuel berth over there in Torquay. We've got Western Scene, which is one of the other boats we've got on the market on the Sunseeker side of the business. So that's where she's located. So yeah, let's go out to sea, get some photos of this. So come with us while we go. So we've just come over to one of our favourite spots here, just inside Livermead Cliff here. And we're doing this just to be out the wind slightly. Now, Matt, who usually does our drones, don't worry, Matt, you will still be doing lots of our drone work, but we've got so many listings at the moment. Matt's so busy, we just can't always work together to get videos done. But the really professional stuff will be done by Matt. But Nathan's here, so he's got his drone. We're fully licensed, we're fully insured before people say that. And this is the maiden voyage over the sea. So here she is. Let's get it up in the air and see how we get on. So it's going well. Got the drone in the air. We're trying to hide out the way, but Nathan's doing a great job of capturing some great images. And it is incredible just the images you can get out of these drones now. They really are just so stable. Even with this wind, it's really stable. Helm here, I'm just stood here out of the way. Mark's still in control of the boat, but Mark's, you can see here, it's a central driving position and gives you great visibility looking forward. We've got a rib there doing a bit of local wildlife watching of the seals and things. So yeah, how's it looking, Nathan? Well, that's a lovely shot. Look at that, that's awesome. So we're now doing some speed. We're just doing, we're not going too fast, we're doing like 20 knots, just so Nathan's following us with the drone, and great opportunity to get some footage. But yeah, boat goes really, really nicely. Great to have some V8 power from the engines. It's always good to be out on a petrol V8 boat. Okay, so drone work done on the boat. We're now just venturing back into the marina, and what we want to do now is just give you an idea of where our sails berth is here in Torquay. So we're coming right up the central fairway in the marina. We can see we've got the main marina on our port side, and then we've got the council-owned town dock on our starboard side. So as we approach the berth now, we can start to see that our feather flags are going to be blowing us off the pontoon. So some ways that's not so bad, but what Mark will need to do is just be aware of that wind. We are going to a very tight spot with this boat, but we've got two of us on board, and no doubt probably someone on the pontoon will give us a hand to catch some line. So we're just venturing in now. You can see here it's both very, very controllable at this type of speed, and just venturing into where the berth is now. So what Mark will need to do now is spin the boat round. So I'm not sure whether he'll go port or starboard. He'll probably go bow into the wind, I imagine.
Yeah, I'll just go outside and I'll turn and sort of use the momentum just in the end.
Slightly further up here, and then as you can see, he'll just start to spin the boat round, and then he'll go into that boat, almost parallel part of the boat into the gap there. It's actually quite a small gap. If we go slightly higher up on the drone, we might be able to see the gap we're going into. You can see the Bavaria yacht we've got there on our sails berth, so we're going to tuck in behind that. So yes, that's where we're heading. The berth itself is more than big enough for the boat, but from this angle it looks a little bit cosy. But with Mark on board, you can see we've got full control, and that's why it's great having Mark here, as well as Nathan, as well as myself, because we can do things like this to really demonstrate to you how we can do this. Just spinning the boat around now. That's just for drone telling us that we're coming back into the marina. I'll stop recording the audio now just to give Mark a hand on this stern, but we'll leave the video recording for a second and you can see us going alongside. The Fairline is back on the berth. We've got the the walkthrough video completely done now. So that walkthrough video is now on our One Marine channel. Great boat, really, really smart. We really enjoyed doing the sea trial this morning and with a drone. So now we're going to move on to our next task, and we're slightly mob-handed. So we've got Nathan and Jason. I might have to try and catch them up. They're just a bit further down on the pontoon, and we've got a couple of jobs now we've got to do. We've got to go down to the Fairline to just finish off a video on that one, and then we're going to go and turn a Sealine S34 around. So join me, I'll just catch these guys up. So as you can see, we're all geared up, we're all life jacket up, all safety, and off we're going to go. It's always a good excuse on a Friday afternoon, the sun's coming out, and we've found a few jobs we've got to go and do on the marina. So I think that's a good way around, isn't it, guys? I think we'll go and get busy on the Marina and see what's going on. So next stop, turning an S34 around, so join us to do that. So we're over at the Sealine now, and as you can see, we've just got the lines ready. So she's singled up, she's just got a bow and stern line on. We've got the engines running, we're just letting her warm up a little bit because she hasn't been run for a while, this one. It's got bow and stern thrusters, this boat. So yeah, it should be fairly straightforward. We have got a marine engineer though over there running an engine and the gear, so we are going to go and ask him to stop because it's like we've got about 8 knots of current at the moment over there, so I think we might ask him to stop that. But she started on the button, so it should be fairly straightforward. And yeah, this boat is on our website. There is a full walkthrough video of this boat. It's a Sealine S34, a 2002, so it's a nice boat. It's a good example. So yeah, come with me and we'll get a turn round. So just jumping on, I'm actually, Jason's actually going to take the helm on this one. So we've got engine started up. This is quite good. It's got a rudder indicator there as well, which is nice. And when I moved this boat last time, I have to say it was fantastic. It was very, very smooth on the gear changes, which sometimes these stern drive boats can be a little bit of a challenge, but this one operates lovely. We have got this huge Princess over here, the 72, which is a sea tag boat, which you may have seen on one of the other channels recently, so got to be a bit mindful of that. But so far I think we'll be fine. The wind's actually dying off, I think. Wind's blowing onto that Princess, we do have to be a bit careful, but I think we'll be absolutely fine. You can see here Jason's just coming out of the berth, just watching what he's doing, all nice and slowly. We've got to be careful we don't get blown down the fairway, so that's something to take into account. But to be fair, with the bow and stern thrusters and directional thrust on the stern drives, we should be absolutely fine. So yeah, Nathan's going to stay on the pontoons and catch us in. So we'll pause this for a minute while we get this boat turned round, and we'll show you when she's tied up. So just coming into the mooring now, you can see this boat's got the fender pads supplied by Dave at Coast Marine, and these are great because you don't really have to worry about the fenders. So we've actually got a few fenders on the port side, but we don't need to stress because they're there. And this boat having a bow and stern thruster, actually once we're in the hole, Jason can just use the thrusters to push us over and we can come into the berth nice and controlled. Nathan's there just to grab a line. So all very straightforward, and this client can now give this port side a polish. He was just a bit unsure about getting it turned around on his own, so we said no worries, we'll get that done for you. And we're now going to go and put some meter leads on some boats which we know are missing. I'll just jump off here and try and work out which line to use. I think we might try and use this one. This was the bow line, so I'll have to try and probably undo it to make it work on the port side stern, but I'll have to put the camera down a minute just while we get that sorted. So that's it. Job complete, mission complete. She's back in stern 2, so the owner's now going to give the port side a polish. Nathan's got a viewing on this one tomorrow, haven't you, Nath? So yeah, he's got a viewing on that one tomorrow. So bit different for somebody to see. Jason's just putting the cover back on there. We've just sent the owner a video because we always just like to give the client a video when we've done this sort of thing, move the boat. It's always good to show how we've tied it up, and then there's no issues there from our perspective that we've done everything we need to do. And now we're going to go and put this metered lead on. So every boat here on Torquay Marina has to have a meter on, and that monitors or meters how much electricity they're having on board. So we've got a boat we recently sold, which is the Sealine S34. Is that right? Got 2 actually to put on, and they've got no metered on. So what we're going to do is just wander around there and go and put a meter on for them. Just give them a one to borrow just for now, because they're going to come down and bring their own with them. So that's what we're off to do now. So we'll go and do that. So join us. We'll go and plug it in. So this is a Sealine SC42 we sold recently. As you can see, she's not plugged in. So we're just grabbing the lead here, and we're going to plug it into our temporary one, as I just mentioned a minute ago. So just going to jump off. Put that into, that's a male end, so you need a female end. Plug that in, like so. Give it a push, Nate. There you go, there we go. Need Mark Taylor here, don't we, for that? And then we'll put it in here. So all the pontoons here have got a 3-pin sort of waterproof. This is a 16 amp, so the boat's here either 16 amp or 32. This is 16 because you can tell from the size of the plug. So now we've got the boat connected. In theory, she's got 240 volts going into her. I don't know, we might just have to jump on and check. But this is a really nice boat, actually, this SC42. So yeah, the meter will now start working, and the Marina can come and check how much electricity they're using, and then he'll bring his own one down next weekend. So we've just nipped round to a Fairline that we've got on the market, and the other day I did the whole video, and right at the end the battery ran out of the GoPro. It's the second time you've heard that in this vlog, so I haven't done very well with my battery management this week. So we've just finished it off. There will be a separate video for that on the channel, so it's a Fairline 37 Corsica, so make sure you go and see that. And I think now Nathan, Jason and myself, I don't know what the time is, Friday afternoon, we might have to go and check everyone's got enough beer in town, because it's always bank holiday here. So I think we'll sign off this video for now. we'll say have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you for watching the latest vlog. We're going to keep them coming. If you want to see anything in particular, please let us know. We really quite enjoy doing it, and with Nathan's new drone skills that we've been seeing today, I'm sure there'll be lots more exciting content to come. So thank you for watching, and have a great weekend.
See you later.